Welcome in to the PHNX Suns VIP Lounge, brought to you by our friends at the DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review. We greatly appreciate it. I'm Lindsey Smith. That's Espo and Saul Bookman. Gentlemen, how are we feeling tonight? Hanging out in the VIP Lounge.
That was a nice, relaxing game. Just,
right?
I was sitting there saying to my wife, I was like, we probably don't appreciate this as much as we should. And when I say that, I mean, like, I just remember watching like the great teams of the past and how easy they made it look. Tonight was one of those nights where this team just looked like it was just too easy for them out there. It was refreshing. No stress at all. It was beautiful.
The only bad thing about it is being remote, because we don't get to that funky saxophone part.
I know.
In the intro song. That's it. On a night like tonight, you need as much funky sax as you can get. I mean, that's a Saturday night rule. Funky sax is where it's at.
It was a great Saturday night, though, all around. The Phoenix Suns beat the Orlando Magic 132-105. Like, there are just so many different areas that we can highlight here, and we'll get into them all throughout the show. One, though, that Espo mentioned right before we started that I feel like we should start off with is that the Suns set their season record with 40 assists tonight. That's impressive.
Yeah, let's put that into perspective. That was 3 more assists than the Orlando Magic had made baskets this evening. The Suns had 40 assists on 55 made field goals. The Orlando Magic had 37 made field goals overall. Kind of impressive, I would say.
They're the epitome of a team. Devin Booker, obviously he takes the most shots. But outside of that, I mean, there's not a single guy on there that's really looking for his. They're just looking for the best play, and even Devin Booker does that too. He's the main scorer because he's the best scorer. So it's fantastic basketball. It just really is. If you're a coach out there, you put this tape on. You look at the rotations on defense. Look at how the ball's moving on the offensive side. It's just. I don't even know what else to say about this team. They're just a nice fluid machine right now.
Yeah.
I have one problem with what you said, so I feel like Elfrid Payton was trying to get his tonight, because I think he knows Aaron Holiday is about to take that spot from him. And he was out there trying to make some shots that he usually doesn't make.
Elfrid Payton had his best game of the season tonight. Like, he was playing around in triple-double territory, okay? He had 10 points, 9 assists, and 7 rebounds, and a couple made threes.
And shot 4 of 11.
But still.
Espo, come on.
Sometimes Devin also doesn't shoot as efficiently as we would like.
He made 4 shots, and he hit 2 threes. He never hits threes. Yeah, he hit 2 threes tonight. He did more in one game than Landry Shamet has done all season.
It's because he hears those footsteps. He hears Aaron Holiday coming up behind him going, I can hit that shot too, and I can do it more efficiently. What are you drinking? That face you just made was like you're drinking jet engine fuel.
Well, sometimes you put a little too much in there.
Whatever Saul is having, we all need some of that too. So Espo, take us to the bar.
Let's go to the bar. It's a keg of Craig tonight. The big number 0. Out there taking care of business for the Phoenix Suns. Welcome back, Tory. Let's tag that keg and each enjoy a drink, because damn, that guy's fun to watch.
I like how you have the guy that doesn't drink send us to the bar. He's our designated driver. Espo is the show's designated driver.
I don't drink either. Do you want to be the one who takes us to the bar every night then?
Let's go, baby.
It's literally you are the only option then.
Pure vodka tonight, all right?
This is sad. This makes me sad that nobody else drinks on the show but me. It's depressing.
Gerald does when he's here.
I have drank on the show with you, Saul. There's video proof that I was sloshed one night. So
sloshed. Oh yeah, in Denver. You're right.
You both were. I was about ready to reach through this computer and smack you. Anyway, back to Tory Craig.
Okay, Mom.
Who'd have thought Tory Craig would fit seamlessly in with this team? He really did look great out there tonight, doing all the things.
Espo's wife in the chat. There we go. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you. I will have a drink with you too.
You can. It's not as much fun as it sounds. I'm just going to tell you that. But you're welcome to have a drink with Saul whenever you like. But you know what? I think anybody that watched the Suns last year, especially in the playoffs, knew exactly how well Tory Craig would fit in this team. It's not like we had to imagine real hard. Let's be honest.
I mean, still, there's still a little bit of pressure coming back to your team and hoping that you can meet the same level that you had with them last year. There's maybe a little bit of pressure, but man, it sure didn't look like it tonight. It looked like he didn't miss a single step. He was out there. He was the Tory Craig of last year, and it was great to see. And I think EJ made a good point, and I didn't even think about this. I know that Tory took that brutal charge, even though they didn't call it a charge, against Giannis and paid the price for it. Mm-hmm. And he wasn't the same in that series afterwards. And when EJ pointed that out, I was like, oh, damn, you know what? He's right. I didn't even think about that fact. So, going into the playoffs this year, hopefully everybody, will hopefully be healthy, and Tory will be at peak Tory like we had for most of the playoffs. So I'm excited he's back.
Look, Tory Craig's like, when you pack away clothes and every once in a while you forget something, it's in the far back of the closet or it's in a box, and you find it years later and you put that jacket back on and it just fits nice and it feels right. That was Tory Craig, right?
I do not know how that feels at all.
Well, I feel bad for you because it's great when you find an article of clothing that you loved and you just thought you had lost or you just forgot about. It's the best feeling ever.
No, like every time I see that, like if I find an old jacket or an old pair of pants or something like that, that shit is way too small for me now. And I just busting through the seams trying to get it back on. I'm like, nah, I'm too fat for that.
See, I have been flow enough that as long as I'm on, whatever upswing or downswing that jacket or pants were in, it fits again. So, and then you reach in that pocket and you find that $20 bill. And that was Tory Craig.
Yeah, that's exactly what Brittany said in the chat right now.
Exactly.
Brian in the chat said, not gonna lie, I kind of forgot how good Tory Craig was. He fits in perfectly here. Dark said, so good to see Tory Craig back where he belongs. And then Kinneret said, I think Craig upgraded his offense since needing to step up for the Pacers. What do you guys think?
I mean, I don't know about upgraded his offense. I mean, I just think that he's more comfortable in our set than he was in the Pacers. And the Pacers probably expected a little bit more from Craig than the Suns do. Tory is just a contributing piece. He's like 1 of 10 on this team. Whereas in Indiana, he was a vital part of their bench and expected to sometimes contribute at a higher level than we expect him to contribute here. So I think it's just easier when you're a smaller piece of a huge picture than when you're a much bigger piece and, maybe you just don't have that in you. So
fun Tory Craig fact. He came back tonight. We all thought, was he going to get number 12 for Mitch Wainwright? He didn't. He walks out in number 0, and that makes the Suns the 21st team in NBA history to have a 0 and a 00 on the roster, and it gives them the chance to tie or to match the Warriors, who earlier this year became the first team in NBA history to play a lineup that had 0, 00, 1, 2, and 3. So there's some fun numerical facts for you, and first time ever the Phoenix Suns have had a 0 and a 00 on the roster.
Nice. Well, because of Tory's homecoming, he got a huge standing ovation when he entered into the game tonight. And here on this show, he is going to be named our draft king of the game, because we are so excited to have him back. And tonight's game was really fun to see him. He finished with 14 points, 3 rebounds, 4 of 6. 14 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, and went 6 of 8 from the field. Try to combine those two there.
Bold choice by Tory to wear both the headband and the crown, but Emma was spectacular crown placement.
I don't know about that.
Saul, if you besmirch the intern, I'm throwing you out.
You know what? I was about to put this on Leah until you said it was the intern. Listen, intern or not, we got to be fair. I'm not feeling this crown placement at all.
Really?
I told him I'd remove him if he besmirched the intern. I told him I'd do it. Don't besmirch the intern, Saul. I did it enough on accident last time. And I think I actually hurt her feelings. So, Emma, I'll give you your flowers tonight, even if Saul won't.
I have a question about the crown placement. It's always on the back of the head. Have we ever tried one like up here on the front corner?
That's what I'm saying. It was such a zoomed in photo that small little thing looked like it was like, one of those Burger King hats that you got at the play place.
What's wrong with the Burger King?
Nothing.
I'm just up there. Like,
there's nothing. I have no problem with the crown placement. I'm just asking. It always seems like no matter who does it, it's always on the back of the head. I'm just wondering if like we've tried any other places and if it looks good or not.
Let's be honest. It's because we've completely overblown the crown placement and we let these guys put it on the back of their head like it was a freaking ponytail. This is not how it goes. A crown would never sit on your head like that. You have to adapt.
Well,
you have to be better than this.
The queen in Alice in Wonderland, hers was on the back of her head, wasn't it? A little
cartoon?
Found one example.
The cartoon?
Yes.
It's a cartoon.
And these are photos with a cartoon crown on their head.
With real people.
I blame Shane and Leah and Sean for being lazy and then teaching the interns to be lazy with their crown placement.
Leah said Shane's done it on the forehead before and it looks weird.
I'm going to have to see it again.
There's the answer. Also, Leah said, Saul, I'd like to see you place a crown.
Listen, first of all, don't challenge.
Get him, Leah. Get him, Leah.
Don't challenge the king. I know what the fuck I'm doing. If you guys want to see some crown placement, I will do the next crown. I promise you that.
Fine, you're doing the next crown on Tuesday.
No. We're going to do it in an undisclosed game so nobody can absolutely bag me without knowing how great that crown placement is.
Fine.
Because you know how it's going to go. If everybody in the chat knows that I'm doing the crown, everybody in the chat is going to shit all over me, and that's not fair. I'm not doing that.
I think it's fair.
Manuel,
Lindsey would shit on me even if she didn't know I did the crown, so it doesn't matter.
I'm all in on this. Manuel says Espo needs a Tory Craig love song for V-Day called Ain't Too Proud to Craig. Sweet darling, please don't leave me, boy. Don't you go back to the Pacers.
That's not what Manuel was saying. Ain't Too Proud to Craig. That's the TLC song, not that old bullshit you just saying.
I don't care. TLC.
Okay, you guys need to work on this together. You guys can make it a collaboration between the two of you.
We can mix the two songs and really get funky. DJ Father knows how to do that.
There you go. Let's get back on track.
Yeah.
So we just named Tory Craig our draft king of the game. So speaking of Tory Craig, we have to also speak about the other new face on our team, Aaron Holiday. He also had himself a night. It was just really cool to see both of them come out here and be able to put up decent performances and get solid minutes. In 9 minutes, Aaron had 10 points. So he was able to kind of take advantage of that. And I'm just so glad that we played the Magic tonight to give these guys an opportunity to see decent minutes and just get some time out there and getting acclimated into their new team.
Oh, man. Getting somebody at the guard position that actually knows how to shoot. It's kind of refreshing, not going to lie. We've kind of been over 2 on Elfrid Payton and Landry Shamet. Now we get Aaron Holiday off the bench who can actually hit a wide open 3. Fucking let's celebrate. Let's go.
We're 1 game in and we're like, put him in the ring. He can shoot.
Hey,
to hell with these others.
That should tell you how bad it has been between those two from outside the key. You can't tell me otherwise. It's true.
We got the girth Gerald. With us.
Hello.
That shirt, Gerald. That is spectacular. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
How you guys doing?
Good. How are
Solid.
You?
What was that?
Solid, Gerald. We're doing great, Gerald.
They're still playing loud music in the arena. I couldn't tell if you said something.
Gerald, tell us what you heard from Monty.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the big topic was the Suns' ball movement and the return of Torrey Craig. Suns had 40 assists tonight, which was a season high, and they only had 7 turnovers, which Monty said was an unreal ratio. We asked him about what's been clicking for the offense lately because they've had 30-plus assists in multiple games over this recent stretch, and he just boiled it down to kind of their we score mentality. Kind of a cop-out, but, like, it is – noteworthy that this team has a bunch of guys who don't care who scores. They move the ball, they go paint to great, and they go from good shots to great shots. So that's part of the reason why they've been playing so well. I think Chris Paul having 15 of those 40 assists probably has something to do with it. And then the other thing was Craig's return. Monty had said, this is a guy that you could plug him in on any team in the league, and he would figure out what to do. And having that familiarity with a really good team like this Suns team helps a lot. You saw some of his assists that he had. He had 4 assists. He also was scoring the ball well, finding those little slips on screens. I really do feel like the Suns getting Tory Craig back is kind of unfair to the rest of the league because he's just such a natural fit. And other teams are in trouble if Aaron Holiday comes out and keeps shooting like that. Like, it's game over at that point.
Yeah, we were talking about both Tory and Aaron. For Aaron, on his side of things, what'd you like about how he came and showed up in tonight's game in his 9 minutes? And also, in addition to that, the limited minutes that Chris Paul saw tonight, how much do you think he might be a factor in keeping those minutes a little bit lower?
Yeah, I mean, I'd asked Monty about that when the news of the Aaron Holiday trade first broke. And he was like, yeah, tell me about it. I would love to keep his minutes down. He did say he and Chris Paul have been in constant communication about how high his minutes have been. And Chris Paul has basically been saying, look, coach, I'm good. He trusts Chris Paul to make that decision. But if Holiday comes out and plays like this, like, you can limit Chris Paul's minutes during this regular season, and that'd be huge. It's only one game, but he shot really well. He had a couple of jump passes where he found himself in midair with no one to pass to, a couple of turnovers and deflections off of that. But other than that, I thought he played really well. He's one of those guys that can harass people on defense. So pretty good deadline moves from the looks of it so far. And also, I just want to point out, Elfrid Payton had a decent game tonight. Yeah. And, that's got to be a byproduct of knowing that his minutes might be limited and that his spot may be in jeopardy right now. So
it's pretty funny, Gerald, that the last time we thought Elfrid Payton had a good game, I shit all over it. And then today, we all thought Elfrid Payton had a good day. And Espo shit all over it.
4 of 11. He was forcing everything.
He was, but there's a reason for that.
This half over here, y'all a bunch of haters.
Oh, that's true. Hey, Gerald, is it true? Brittany in the chat said Ayton tonight was leading the wave from the bench. Is that did that actually happen out there?
I didn't notice because when I see the wave erupt in an arena, 9 times out of 10 I black out in anger. So I did not pay attention. I'm sorry to let you down.
I hate the wave. I hate the wave.
Yes, but in a game like this, it works. Okay.
The only time I was okay with the wave was during a playoff game last year when it was an absolute blowout and it was the ultimate sign of disrespect. Like, yes, this is a playoff game and we're doing the fucking wave on you. Like that I can live with. But against the Magic, I'm just not here for it.
I came here to watch these dudes play basketball, not to see you all jump up and down. Sit the fuck down and let me watch the game.
I trust Brittany. She said there's a video of it. And listen, if DeAndre is getting involved in it and he wants to encourage the crowd to do it, then by all means, we should all participate. That means you too, Gerald.
Funny.
Oh, man.
I mean, to me, that's funny. Like, that's like the ultimate, like I said in the pregame, Orlando, the Magic are the Florida of the NBA. They're just that bad. When the starting center of your team is starting the wave while on the bench.
Yeah.
So,
that's
Gerald, is this the deepest team in the NBA?
Absolutely. It's not even close. They don't even have Campaign and Landry Shamet right now, who, we could talk about how Landry Shamet is bad, but like the guy for his career is still basically a 40% shooter. I have a feeling those numbers will come back at some point, especially now that his job is in jeopardy with the Aaron Holiday trade, because we saw Holiday playing off the ball. He wasn't on the ball much tonight. So Shamet knows that his minutes could be limited as well. I would expect his 3-point shooting to go up after this. There's competition now in multiple roster spots. And with a team like this that has fun but is very competitive, that brings out the best in guys. This team is just really, really damn good. And they're going to be very scary even when they chop it down to an 8 or a 9-man playoff rotation.
Monty Williams clearly has everybody believing in his program, and his program is so good, in fact, that he's got basically every kid in the city of Phoenix playing basketball right behind you. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't realize there were like 100 people on the court.
Good thing you're yelling the F word out there with all those kids behind you.
Yeah, I immediately regret this decision. It's
Man,
fine though.
fuck them kids. They'll be all right.
Fuck them kids.
Gerald, why don't you go? We'll let you go so you can go catch some of the players. We appreciate you stopping by. Don't insult any other children while you're out there.
You guys have a good one.
I mean, if you gave a kid a stiff arm right now, I wouldn't be mad at it. I promise you that.
I'm not going to get fired, Saul.
So rack up the view. I'm the one that would fire you. You're good, baby. Let's go.
He's also trying not to get banned from the arena or just like crush a child's soul. Like
He said, I don't want to get fired. And the guy that's telling him to do it.
Oh my gosh, you guys are ridiculous.
Boss, the HR department, they're all in support of it. Gerald can stiff arm a 5-year-old if he wants, damn it.
Let's go.
By the way,
go ahead.
the Phoenix Suns are the best team in the NBA. Suck it, Warriors. Suck it, Bucks. Suck it, Orlando.
Somebody said even Stephen A. Smith was admitting recently that the Phoenix Suns are, at least currently, he had to add in the currently, the best team in the NBA.
Yeah, it's because he completely shit the
But it's
bed on
progress.
it in week one. In
Progress,
week one, when
nonetheless.
the Suns were 1-3, Stephen A. Smith buried them like right off the bat. Like, dude, it's been 4 games, and then they proceeded to win 21, 22 in a row. Like, bro, Stephen A. Smith is just a blowhard, man. He just talks a lot. He doesn't really know shit, and he's loud. He's obnoxious. And
he makes a lot of waves and a lot of money for ESPN.
That's
because
it.
He says
that's what he does.
So that's
exactly
his
what
thing. It's cool.
That's his shtick, and he's good at it. He's good at it.
He said the championship window was closed. Apparently, we opened every door in the building, though, after that window
Seriously.
closed.
Yeah. You know what was really cool that I saw from tonight's game? It was a stat that came out, is that the Suns have now had 30 or more points in 8 straight quarters. And I think the neatest thing about it is something that Amanda brought up in the chat earlier, giving us 30-plus points in the fourth quarter from the third-string guys, off the bench guys, third-string guys. That's really nice. Now, granted, I understand it's the Orlando Magic, but still, that's impressive.
It's a hell of a luxury. I mean, I'll say that when your third string guys can drop 30 on a team, and that's exactly what you want. You want them to be able to come in and not lose any of the momentum you have, not have that lead shrink, not have to bring those starters back in. So I love it. That's exactly what you want from your bench. They just took care of business. 23 minutes from Chris Paul tonight. That's it. And that's what you want in these kind of games, because the mileage is coming. It come April, May, and June. So you might as well keep it off the tires now.
Well, you can kind of start to see it a little bit on Devin. Book looked a little sluggish in that second quarter, and he came out hot in the third at the beginning of the third, refreshed from halftime, and then started to tail off a little bit, and then they came out of the game, and it didn't matter. So I think more than anybody else on this team outside of CP3, Book needs some rest. He has been on basically a 15-month grind with maybe a month in between, and I'm a little bit worried about his stamina as we get closer to the end of the season, and I think he's going to need some rest as we get closer to the playoffs, because you want him fresh and ready to go by the time we hit April.
Let's not gloss over what CP3 was able to do, though. 23 minutes, 10 points, 15 assists. I believe he had 5 rebounds as well with that. He was spectacular tonight.
Yeah.
So spectacular.
What?
So spectacular.
Oh, are we doing?
No, let's tease it. We got to get to 120, 130 before on watching this before we drop this thing. The people don't deserve it yet. They don't deserve it yet, Saul.
Okay.
Do you agree or do you disagree? You're the boss. You can make the call.
I mean, the people that need to hear that are not here. So we're going to punish everybody else. I mean, if that's your call, that's fine.
Nah, so you know what? Go ahead. You're the boss. Go for it.
How do you just punt onto me? Like I thought this was just the plan. Like we're going to drop this. And then listen, the point guard is here and we are here to drop this new freaking shirt. It's badass. Go ahead, Leah. Drop the shirt. It's the point guard. Let's go.
Link is in the chat. This thing's sick.
I love that so much. It's such a fun shirt.
It's dope. It's dope as hell. You know, I listen. And before we hear anything about point God, G-O-D, which was obviously something we wanted to do, fucking Baron Davis owns the copyright to point God. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life, to be honest with you. So here we go. This is the way we're going to spell it. This is the way we're going to roll with it. And this is the way it's going to be. And it's a beautiful ass shirt. I love it.
I love that
shirt.
I think it's super fun.
You also need to go read the shirt description on the website because that was fun too. It's a little extra special for you as well.
A little extra special? Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. The shirt description's fun. So Vince wants to know where's the God damn it shirt. That's gonna be Saul's face on that one in stained glass, and it's just gonna say God damn it under it.
So go to the locker. We've put the link inside the YouTube chat. Please go there and get yours now. It's gonna be hot, man. It's already pretty hot. So
yeah, and if you haven't become a member while you're over there, consider becoming a member because you also get discounts on shirts, and I believe you get a shirt. You can get a shirt when you sign up, depending on which package you choose.
You can get this shirt for free. If you sign up for an annual membership, you can get this shirt for free because you'll get a code and you can buy the shirt for free. There it is.
There you go. So you can win-win all the way around. Thank you, Edmund, for the super chat. They said the Suns were one JaVale dunk away from having 10 players in double digits. This game was just really fun. Like it really was just an all-around good game. Saul, like you mentioned off the top, it was calm. Like it was enjoyable, but it was like calm. And I feel like I needed a game like that just to kind of like, you know, reset my palate or something, because a lot of the games, like we know about crunch time Suns, right? A lot of the games have come down to that. Whether they should have or not could be debatable, but because they have, still gives you a little bit of anxiety. You get a little tense.
For sure. I think, you know, listen, like we talked about, it was calm, but it was fun. It was a fun game to watch.
It was.
You know,
it was super
just,
fun.
Yeah, just a lot of action, great shooting, some nice passing, good defense. Like it was a fun game. And credit to the Magic. Listen, they're a young team. They don't know shit. They're out there trying their hardest. They look like they were going to make a few runs here and there, but the Suns are so damn good. They're like, oh, okay. They cut it to 12. Cool. Let's pump it back up to 24. Like, and that's just how it goes. And we've been in that. We've been on that side before. We've been on that side when we had a young team, and none of them really knew what the hell they were doing. And you would go up against like maybe a Warrior team or a Lakers, a veteran Laker team, and you knew like for the most part you didn't really have a strong chance to win that game, and they were just kind of on cruise control. It's nice to not be in that seat anymore. And now we're the ones that are kind of putting it on cruise control, and our cruise control is better than their cruise control because we're just so damn good.
The Magic will get there eventually. Sean said we were the Magic 3 years ago. Jose agreed. Like, kudos to the Magic for showing up tonight, playing as well as they could. They'll get there eventually the same way that the Suns got there. That's all I'm going to say about that.
There is talent on that Magic roster, and you could see it. I mean, they're not there, and it'll probably take getting a coach that can help like Monty did. It'll take getting some veteran presence like CP3 to help guide those guys. I mean, we saw what that process is like here. Like you need a culture to help young guys win. I'm not sure the Magic have that.
Wait, listen, Jalen Suggs looks like he might be that guy that will try to put that franchise on his back here eventually. He's still young. I think he's 19, 20 years old. He has a little bit of a dog in him. You know, he had 19 at one point, I think in the second quarter or maybe the beginning of the third quarter. I'm
What'd you
forgetting.
call him, Saul?
Jalen Suggs, right?
No, yeah, but what'd you say? He's got a little bit of what in him?
A little dog in him.
You walked right into that one.
Yeah, no, I knew I was walking into that. I didn't care. I was like, all right, let him get it.
Just making
Let
sure.
him get it out of the system. Devin, I'm sure Devin, just like Kobe did to Devin probably said a few things to Jalen as he was walking out of the arena, because that's what veterans do. Like they pass on encouragement. They stick with it. It'll get better. And I actually like his game a lot. So.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break because it's time to take your shot, presented by Arizona Department of Health Services. So COVID-19 vaccines are free for everyone 5 and older. Those 12 and older are also now eligible for a booster. Visit azhealth.gov for a location near you. Saul, let us in on what you're so excited to share with us. What is our take your shot of the night?
We have the point guard, but have you seen this kid in the high school level? Leah, let's go. Let's get that thing up there.
Fighting Moseses?
Do you have a Moses on your team?
Oh my gosh, that was amazing.
This guy, that was so awesome how he parted the Red Sea. It's just phenomenal. I'm like, kids are creative as hell, man. And so that high school did that. So we have the point guard. They have Moses, and he just parted their Red Sea. Very creative. I got a real big kick out of that. That kid took his shot. He said, hey, I have an idea. Let's run with this. I don't know who they're playing. I don't even think their mascot is religious based at all. But, hey, it doesn't matter. This is what they wanted to do. And it happened.
They're just out there having a good time. And that's really what sports are all about. You should just be having a great time.
Hold on a second. That wasn't the school's mascot? That was just some random kid that dressed like Moses?
No, they're not the Moseses. Like
I don't know. What kid goes, I want to dress like Moses, go to the game, and do that, and I'm not the man. Like, props to that. That guy should be the mascot.
Well, they were all wearing red. They were all wearing red. So I think, and they called themselves the Red Sea. So I assume that, this kid was like, it'd be funny is if I parted the Red Sea like I was Moses. That's creative as hell.
They need to make him the mascot.
One more time. COVID-19 vaccines are free for everyone 5 and older. Those 12 and older are now eligible for a booster. Visit azhealth.gov for a location near you. Also, real quick, if you happen to be listening to this on audio and not watching us live, Saul, you're going to need to tweet out that video so that anybody listening on audio can go watch it. So head on over to our Twitter account, PHNX_Suns, so that you can see that video because it was fantastic. All right, we've got another super chat from Taboo's Tidbits. They said, my birthday is tomorrow. Take a shot for me, LOL. Shout out to this entire PHNX family. King Saul, your crown placement, sir, will be immaculate. Go Suns.
I like this guy already. This person is my favorite person already of all time. Thank you, Taboo's Tidbits. I love you.
Happy birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday.
Celebrate safely, but have a whole bunch of fun. Thank you for being here with us. We appreciate you. All right, guys.
Did you see Connor say high schoolers just do that these days, Espo? I'm so out of touch.
I mean,
didn't know
Espo,
Moses
they did
was
that
big
when
with
I was in high school too. You guys didn't just have goofy kids in your high school who would do dumb things?
We had a whole student section at
I feel like maybe it was just your high school.
They all wore white t-shirt. Yeah, well, listen, Espo went to Seton Catholic, and Seton Catholic at the time he went to high school there was like
we were New Testament. We were an Old Testament. So there was no Moses. We had our student section dressed in all blue, and a guy dressed as Jesus walked all the way up everybody. That's what happened at our school.
We were the Padres. So So we had everybody dressed in white at half court. That's just how we rolled. So
you guys kill me on a nightly basis.
Me
I
too.
just need you to understand that there are so many times where I'm just like, I literally cannot even.
Oh, we're not at Fox Sports Arizona anymore, are we, Lindsay?
No. Okay. Let's talk about Devin Booker.
Hold on. At Caesar, King of the Game was a totally different thing. It was a crown of thorns that was placed, not a regular crown.
Oh
so
my God.
I can keep going like this if you want.
No,
let's
let's go, please. I don't want to. I don't want to get crucified by the chat.
Let's talk about Devin Booker a little bit. I did think it was really cool that Devin came out rocking the headband tonight. I'm assuming in honor of Tory Craig's return. You don't like that? You don't like the headband, Book?
No, he came out like he was shooting like shit with the headband on.
Yes, but he turned it around. So
In the
yes,
third
you
quarter.
are right. Devin came out and he was 0 of 6 from the field to start this game quick, but he quietly really did turn these things around. After that first 6 shots, he went 10 of 18 and he finished with a game high 26 points. So sure, he didn't start well, but he was able to still finish decently and put up a game high 26 points. Like, he's still doing things Devin Booker does. He just maybe started a little bit slower than normal.
Fair. 10 for 24. He could shoot better. I think he should be more efficient, especially against a team like this. I know we love to give Devin his flowers, but I think the standard's higher for him. I think it is.
That's fair.
I think it's fair to say that.
He set the bar much higher for himself.
For sure. So 10 for 24 is probably a little bit of a below average night for Devin Booker. And it's okay to say that because the fucking guy's one of the best shooters in the league. He's one of the best scorers in the league. So I think if Devin's going to get 26 points, he shouldn't be taking 24 shots to get there. And he'll be better most nights anyway. So I'm not even going to stress about it.
But I mean, 26 points in 29 minutes is still impressive, and impressive that you get off 24 shots in 29 minutes as well. So
is it impressive?
It's something.
Considering the amount of minutes he played tonight, and considering that we had almost 10 players in double figures, I feel like it's not that drastic, right?
I mean, that's a shot a minute. That's almost a shot a minute.
But his teammates also still had opportunities. So it's not like it was overly selfish feeling, if you get what I'm saying.
Sure.
It didn't feel like he had the ball in his hand all game, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true. It's fair. Yeah, absolutely fair. Yeah, listen, the other night against the Bucks, I felt like Devin was playing he was playing out of his character. Like, he was trying to pull from 30 feet. He was trying to do a little too much instead of just letting the game come to him. Tonight, he was just off, right? He let the game come to him. And the opportunities were there, and he just didn't come through with it. Like, that's not a normal night for Devin Booker, so I'm not stressed about that.
I thought for sure he was going to fire that headband into the crowd after that third or fourth miss.
So many people were wondering when he was going to take it off because of the start.
Headband Devin Booker needs to go away forever. No, it's not. I'm not a fan.
Headband Tory Craig, stay as long as you'd like.
Yes.
Headband Tory Craig can always stay. I don't mind every once in a while from Devin to mix it up, but I don't think I would enjoy it consistently. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. But I'm not mad at it.
Can we give Deandre Ayton some flowers? We're 40 minutes into the show. We have not mentioned Deandre Ayton. 17 points, 10 rebounds, and the man has perfected that little hook floater in the lane. Nobody in the league can stop that. This guy has his signature move, I feel like, now, and he had a hell of a monster dunk tonight. I'm loving what we've seen from DA the last few games. Obviously, he's finally back in the flow. He's got that rhythm back after being out injured for a while. And on a night like tonight, he can have those kind of numbers, not play the entire fourth. We can go 40 minutes without talking about him. And yet he may have been the best guy on the floor in his minutes tonight.
Monty had talked about how the Suns are focusing on getting him the ball. I think Gerald had tweeted something about that. And it's true. I think Monty knows, like, at some point this season, they were going to have to feed DA, trust DA, see what they have in DA before they get to the playoffs this year. Because last year, he was kind of a wild card. You didn't know what you were going to get. Luckily for them, they got just about the best DA they possibly could have gotten. Well, until they got to the Milwaukee series and they kind of forgot he was down there. And I think this time around, they understand. There's so many things about this team right now that they're trying to fix to shore up what they were inefficient at in that 6-game series against the Bucks. And they might not meet the Bucks in the finals, but those weaknesses will still exploit themselves if you have to play, let's say, a 76ers team who has Joel Embiid, or a Nets team. Like, you have to have a strong down low presence. And if DA keeps going like this, man, if DA does this every single night, there's not a team in the league that's going to stop the Suns. Not one team. Not one.
I mean, Vince said, can we trade DA to make it fair for the rest of the league? Obviously, sarcastically.
16-0. Let's go. 16-0.
There you go.
Suns in 16, Espo.
Yeah, I'm in. Let's do it. I don't have enough fingers. We're gonna have to borrow. Like, you have to give 6 of your own here for us to make it work. But
It's because it's teamwork.
Look, I can count too. I have 10. You have 6. 16-0. There we go. Suns in 16. Look, on a night in the past where if Devin Booker shot like he did, this would have been a close game, and maybe not even a win. He doesn't have to play well. You get Deandre Ayton that has a great game. CP3 comes in. Torrey Craig has a good game. Like, that's
Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson. Let's just go down the entire roster. Literally at any point in time, somebody could step up big for this team.
Yes, and that's the luxury here, right? Now you have an entire roster that on any given night, sans Elfrid Payton and probably Landry Shamet, could be that guy for you. And that's huge because you need that in the playoffs, because defenses, when it becomes a slowed down half-court game, can take guys away, right? And if they focus on Devin, they focus on CP3, or they focus on DA, and they take one or two of those guys away, the Suns have so many weapons that it's not going to matter, right? Mm-hmm. You're going to find ways to make up that offense, and then you're so efficient defensively that it doesn't give the other team a chance. That's why this team is so exciting, why this does not feel like anything else we've experienced in Phoenix, why it feels like this may finally be the breakthrough year, is because it's every facet of the game. It's not great in one area. It's great in all areas and deep across the board.
It feels way more stable.
Yeah.
It feels way more stable. I even feel like if they lost, like last year, they lost Chris Paul for a game or 2 or 3 or 4, they were okay. They were okay because they had a good team. I think this year, if something were to happen like that, they would be able to make up that difference to some degree. And so, like, it feels more stable. Whereas in the past, if Steve Nash came out, something happened to Steve Nash, you were effed. There's nothing you could do to overcome that one, right? Yeah. Stoudemire coming out, same thing. And then, if Barkley were to ever get hurt, same thing in that finals run. If he gets hurt at any point in time during the playoffs, they're not making it to the finals because they would have never gotten past the Sonics. This team, it just feels like they're so deep, they're so good from top to bottom that they'll be able to manage some things if they don't go quite the right way. And it's just beautiful. It's just fantastic. James Jones has done a fantastic job, and we can't give that guy enough flowers right now because it's just a beautiful, beautiful team to watch.
Look at you guys giving out flowers. Yeah. I've rubbed off on you. I'm so proud.
We're in that Valentine's Day mood. The flowers, even though they're like 14 times more expensive than they usually are, we're willing to spend that kind of money and pass them out because this team deserves.
Estella hates Valentine's Day, so I never have to celebrate it. Win for me.
Well, it's a made-up holiday, so I get it. But also, it is nice to get flowers every once in a while, which is why I give them out all the time. Who
You
doesn't
better
love
be
damn
careful, Lindsay,
flowers?
because at the end of the season, we might go to the office and there might be like fucking 16,000 damn
Let's
dozens
do
of
it.
roses, and I'm like,
I would
you need
love
to take
it.
you need to take these all home.
We're
All right,
going to get
Devin.
you that sponsorship, Lindsay. Max
Yes,
is on it. We're
please,
going to get you
please
that flower
do.
sponsorship.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break because the moment we've been waiting for since September is finally
Tomorrow, let's
here.
go.
In honor of the big game, DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 56, is giving new customers 56-1 odds on either team. Bet just $5 or more and get 280 in free bets if your team wins. Now, if you're not a new customer, you can bet on Super Bowl 56 props instead. So DraftKings Sportsbook, it offers a wide range of props throughout the big game. You can take your shot at winning cash by predicting props like if a non-quarterback will throw a pass, fourth down conversions, total yardage, and so much more. So you have not already, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use promo code PHNX to get 56-1 odds on either team. Bet just $5 or more to get 280 in free bets if your team wins when you use the promo code PHNX at DraftKings Sportsbook. Just a reminder, that is 21 and older only, Arizona only, and if you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. New customers only. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details.
And I have a DraftKings pick of the week right here, right now.
All right, what you got?
Take the Bengals money line. I'm not even taking the points. Take the money line. Joe Cool, Joe Cigar, Joe Burrows is going to lead the Bengals to victory against the Rams in the Super Bowl. Mark it down.
Here, I got you. I got you one better if you want to win some Skrilla. Plus 5,500 for Jamar Chase to score the first 2 touchdowns in the game tomorrow. Plus 5,500. Why not? Put $5-10 on it, see what happens. Can't go wrong.
You feeling saucy? Put 100 down.
Just do whatever is within your own budget. 1-800-NEXT-STEP. Just a reminder. One of the things that I'm really looking forward to, there are a couple, Meadow Mike said I'd rather watch a Suns game. I understand not everybody is a huge football fan who is in our chat right now or who's listening to us right now, because obviously this is a basketball podcast. However, one really fun kind of side storyline that involves the Suns tomorrow is, of course, Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges. And so Gerald tweeted this out because we finally figured it out. Cam Johnson confirmed on NBA Today that his Super Bowl bet with Mikal Bridges is that the loser starts, of course, with wearing the other team's jersey. So that one was kind of a no-brainer. But Mikal, he's trying to up the ante here. He volunteered that the loser should also have to create a lemonade stand in the other team's city this offseason. So we got to keep an eye out on this one and how it's all going to unfold.
It's easy
you
for
know
Mikal-
something fun's going to go down.
It's easy for Mikal to say that because he would have to do a lemonade stand in Cincinnati, Ohio. Whoop-de-doo. Freaking Cam Johnson on the side of the wherever in LA doing a lemonade stand? Nah. No.
So
I mean, they could just do it here in Phoenix. That would be even better.
No,
I know,
said the
but
other
I'm
city.
saying it would be better if they did it here in Phoenix.
So Saul, I request to be sent to whichever city the lemonade stand happens in when it happens this off season. Can I go?
In
Yeah.
spirit,
Okay.
yes.
Thanks,
Somebody's
boss
gotta
man.
go cover
I
that.
appreciate it. Thanks, boss man.
I think that adds, God, how many times am I say that? Stuttering. I think that adds a level of excitement for tomorrow's big game because you know the two of them are going to be trash talking back and forth on Monday at practice or Tuesday before the game. We're going to get to hear a whole bunch of fun stories from those two after and during that Super Bowl game. And if we're lucky enough, maybe they'll watch it together and one of them will go live on Instagram or something and bring us into that.
The jersey part of the bet is they have to wear it to the first playoff game too. We're not talking some Tuesday against the scrub of the NBA during March. We're talking about first playoff game. They have to wear the jersey of that team to add a little insult to injury.
Nice. I think that would be a good one. All right, gentlemen. I think
I
Saul,
love
I
that
think you're
Lindsay
going to
gets
add your
like that.
2
And we're
cents
just
in there.
yeah, we're done
I-
responding. Let's move on.
I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Is there anything else that you guys want to talk about from tonight's game?
Aaron
No,
Holiday is exactly who I thought he was. I hope he gets some more minutes. He will as the season goes on. He'll get a few more here and there. I feel comfortable now, more comfortable about our backup guard position now that he's on the team. I'm excited to see what he brings to the table.
So I'm in the same boat. Aaron Holiday came out and impressed. I'm excited to have Tory Craig back, and I think this is the most excited I've been about a Suns team in a very, very, very long time, and that's including last year's team. There is something truly special right now, right here, right now in Phoenix.
Absolutely. All right, gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in. Before we head out, let's one more time. Can we put that shirt up that we just dropped one more time? The Point God t-shirt that is available right now at gophnx.com.
Look at that mosaic. Look at that mosaic detail in the
Just-
back. Oh, it's so
It's
beautiful.
Yeah, if you're listening to this
Chef's
on
kiss.
audio, it's a really cool picture with a silhouette of somebody on stained glass with a lot of really gorgeous kind of colorful lighting kind of shining through. Definitely go check it out. Go phnx.com. Pick one up for yourself today or become a member and get it for free.
Are
if
we
you
not
have
going
not
to do our
already become a
fun
member.
topic?
Do you want
Are we-
to?
Yes.
Okay.
We got to debate this. You can't
Well, I
just
already
throw
know
that
what's
in the
gonna. I
chat.
already know what it's gonna be. So
Oh.
okay, this topic popped up on my timeline during tonight's game. So we're gonna have a debate about it. Leah, you want to throw that one up there real quick? So Patrick Breen tweeted out, "Settle an argument with my wife and I. Eliminate one for the rest of your life. And your 2 options are ramen noodles or cheese. And the only correct answer is ramen noodles. And I love ramen noodles, but that's the only answer that is
I
correct.
feel like we just had this debate like 2 weeks ago.
That was a different debate. That was just about
Well, you know where I
beignets.
stand. Cheese is trash. Move on. It's ramen noodles. You keep ramen noodles.
Look, to me, this is just a flawed debate, right? It has to be one specific cheese because that ramen noodles is one specific type of noodles.
Yeah,
You
Right,
can't
true.
take out an
exactly.
entire category of
Yeah.
something.
This is
right?
true. This is true.
That's
Yeah,
the flaw.
If they said noodles in general, then it would be an even harder debate because now we're talking ramen noodles, any sort of
Well,
like
that's what
Thai-
he's saying.
Yeah,
That's what he's saying.
Yeah. I'm in agreement with him.
All right. I'm just not used to you agreeing with us, so I'm just like, okay, wait, what?
No, I'm just saying it covers so many different like genres of food. Like you could pasta, like spaghetti, Italian food. Like there's so many things that you could take away that noodles would go with.
Yeah,
And
like-
so that makes it even harder.
I feel like I could agree with you, Saul, if it was like it was just like pimento cheese or whatever, or ramen noodles. I go, yeah. I mean, there are some cheeses that are just trash, and you can say, hey, I don't ever need to eat
I
that
agree.
again.
I
right?
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you can't.
Blue cheese.
He's right. You can't eliminate all cheese for one specific section of noodles. Like that's just not a fair argument. Like I get that.
And I
Blue
feel
cheese
like
is
this.
the goat. I don't care what anybody says.
It's so not.
I
The fact
feel
that
like-
you don't like cheese and the only cheese that you think is great and you think it's so good is blue cheese, like I just can't with you.
I mean, hey, it's an elite level of taste. What can I say?
I feel like this debate may have been different though in college because there were many college students that literally live off of ramen. If you took ramen out of their diet, they would die tomorrow because there would be nothing else to eat, right?
Facts.
No, but you could still I ate a lot of ramen in college, but I was also a big spaghetti person because you could go buy a $1.99 box of noodles and a $1.99 marinara sauce and make enough spaghetti to last for an entire week. So if you needed a break from ramen, you could totally just switch over to spaghetti for like the same price. I'm just saying. I'm just
I
saying.
get it. I get it.
If you're
I
in
get it.
college and you need to mix it up from ramen, go spaghetti.
Listen, I was eating old MREs when I was in the military when I was 21
Gross.
years old. So, like, trust me, I know some of the pitfalls of being broke and poor when you're trying to eat some food.
Oof. Well, I knew we were never going to reach an agreement on that one, but at least the Cove Crazies agree. Espo, you and I on the cheese side of things. Saul, you're the odd man out.
I mean, like I said,
Sorry.
we're rehashing this shit again like 3 weeks later. Like, I already knew that. We're not saying anything that's breaking news.
Yeah, we just wanted to give you a little grief. That's all.
I'm just saying, like, listen.
Okay,
cheese
Bam's
is
on your
cheese.
side. Bam said cheese is fermented dog water. That's aggressive, Bam.
Damn.
Who hurt you?
How do you ferment dog water? Now I just want to know what is there a recipe for that? Like, how do you do that?
Shoot, I don't even know. All right. Well, that was our fun little debate for the evening because, we had to get that one in there. Anytime something like that comes across the timeline, I love bringing it here and hearing everyone's different opinions. Thank you all for tuning in. We're going to be off tomorrow, and then we'll be back on Monday with an audio-only podcast that you guys can get wherever you listen to your podcast. But in the meantime, feel free to follow us on social media. You can follow us on Twitter at PHNX_Suns. You can follow myself at Lindsey Smith AZ, Saul as Saul_Bookman, Gerald at Gerald Bourget, and of course, you can follow Espo at Espo. Espo, take us home.
Remember, when you've got Aaron, every day's a holiday. Ahoy, hoy.